Oh my God! What? I did it better before. What?
No, I mean, it's like you practiced that or something.
But yeah, we are here on Mallard Matinee reviewing a very different movie from what we usually do. It's Space Cop from Red Letter Media. Welcome back. We are doing another review today, which, you know, we always do reviews. But yeah, this one's a little bit different, I guess, than most of the movies that we have watched and probably ever will watch. This is from Red Letter Media, as I mentioned in the intro. It's a YouTube channel you can follow. It's not like a movie studio. I mean, it's technically a studio, according to what they put in the title card sequence for this. But it's just independent stuff, right? A couple independent guys making a movie. They do stuff you might have seen before, like Half in the Bag, Review, Best of the Worst, stuff like that. But before we get too much into that, I'll let you know that I'm LewisLightning, and I've been a fan of Red Letter Media for the longest time. And I'm here today with...
I'm a relatively newer fan, 2 or 3 years I've been watching them. I've seen their videos off and on, but they're funny guys, and I actually appreciate their input in a lot of reviews and stuff like that. I am CountryBoy.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah, as we do, you know, I always like to ask, you know, where did you first hear about the movie and stuff? For myself, I'll start by saying that, like, you know, I don't know how many years ago it was that I started watching the channel, the review and stuff. Like, let's say like 8 years ago. I don't know. That's just a ballpark figure. But then as I was watching their shows, they start talking about like Space Cop. Like, oh yeah, it's, you know, as bad as that movie Space Cop we made. I was like, what are you talking about? And then they would show clips and stuff. And then they have some behind the scenes footage on their channel. And I was like, I have got to see this movie. But even by the time I saw it, like, I think this is 2012 was the release. Oh, wow, you can hardly
2016 is what I saw was the actual release.
Okay, maybe that's what it is. But yeah, by the time that came out, it was already like out of production or anything. So I had to wait a long time before I could get a copy of the movie because it's pretty expensive.
Probably very limited distribution for something like this.
So I had to get it. I had to get it on eBay, and I wanted, you know, not to pay out the ass for it. So it took a while. Yeah. But I just saw it today.
Yeah, we literally just finished watching this movie, and I guess my first introduction to this movie is right now. But I only heard about this movie because of LewisLightning over here. He's talked about it for the last few years because he's wanting to see it and he couldn't get a copy of it. So when he finally got a copy of it, he told me, I was like, I'll come over, man. I gotta watch this movie.
I never said it was good.
No, and I knew what to expect. I've seen the trailer for it that I think he sent to me, so I knew exactly what to expect. Plus, I know the kind of comedy that these guys are known for on their channel, so I kind of had a good idea. And it's kind of what you expect, I think. Yeah. So these guys, what they're known for, these guys are the starring actors in their movie. I mean, there's only one person that you might know otherwise. But so we'll go through the cast real quickly. You can tell me what you think about them. But let's start with the lead. Okay. Rich Evans. It's fun that they chose Rich Evans as the lead because he's even on the show. Usually, like Mike and Jay are usually the primary guys that talk about movies and stuff like that, and he's usually like the side guy who kind of throws in some quips and some interactions with them. But to have him be the lead, that makes it just that much funnier because this guy, he's not in the best shape, and to make him a space cop, you think that space cops would be these amazing, roided out, you know, strong hero types. Complete opposite. This guy's a drunk, lazy. And he's just, Rich definitely, I guess he embodies that because you could think this guy definitely could be a lazy, I don't know if he's a drunk, but he definitely eats a lot. Yeah. But yeah, and Rich is, it's fun that they chose him. I think it was fun that they chose him.
Yeah. Like Rich is basically what you'd probably expect when you go to like a Star Wars or Comic-Con convention. See like a fat guy sitting there, it's like balding hair. That's Rich Evans. So he's not like made for Hollywood face. I mean, you could say that about Jason Alexander too. I mean, he's not that fat, but
yeah, this is a little different extreme.
But kind of like the Jason Alexander thing. You wouldn't think he's a leading role in an action. Is this an action movie? It's kind of like, it's more of a comedy.
It's a comedy.
Definitely.
It's 100% comedy.
A buddy comedy with action elements.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is acting. I can say that for Rich. He is acting more than the other guys. I mean, they all jump in and out of playing the character and playing themselves. Yeah. But he's giving his all. He always says his voice.
He's trying to be this gruff cop.
Cookies, yeah.
Yes. Always. Which is definitely not Jay. Or it's just definitely not Rich. Who's got a more high-pitched voice and he's always screaming and yelling, always high. Yeah, so it was kind of fun to see him in a different light, I guess.
Yeah. So then you mentioned Jay. I'll just get to Jay. Jay Bauman. He was the editor, it says on this, for the movie.
It says one of the directors, too. Him and Mike are both directing.
Yeah. Like, him and Mike went to, like, film school, in case you didn't know that. So they have some film knowledge and stuff. And they made it, like, this isn't their only movie they made. They made, what was it, Feeding Frenzy?
Yeah, I looked it up. Feeding Frenzy was the other one.
Yeah, so they made a couple of movies, but, all low-budget stuff. Rich is the one guy who's, like, not trained, like, he didn't go to school. I don't say trained, but... Yeah. But anyways, Jay Bauman plays, like, I guess he's an alien, but he's...
Yeah, he's the
gold digger.
Yeah, gold digger. I guess that's his name.
So he in the movie he's an alien that's trying to get gold to fund their research.
And of the three main guys that we know from Red Letter Media, he has probably the smaller role out of the three.
Yes.
And he has probably the easier role, I'd say, too, because I guess he's on screen as much, and I don't feel like he has to go as out there as much too. He's almost just talking his lines out. It's not a whole lot of hard acting that he has to do.
Well, he is technically playing an alien.
Yeah.
But he's acting human for all the other parts. It's just some of the things he says is like, "What's lungs?" or like, "I can't believe you guys drink water," or stuff like that. So,
and his delivery is definitely like Jay. Like if you ever watch him on the reviews, it's Jay's delivery.
So he's decent at his role. I mean, for all these roles, like you can only expect so much.
You mentioned low budget. Yes, this is definitely low budget, and you can tell they're just making shit up as they were going along too. If you ever watch any deleted stuff, and I think I guess for his role, he did a good enough job for it.
And then we'll round out like of the main three is Mike Stoklasa. Lead into that one a bit.
So he confused me the most out of any of them because in the movie he says he's from 1972. He got frozen. He had a brain tumor. He came to the future, and now he's in modern time. And then so many times even just the way he's talking like he's from the 1920s or something.
Yeah,
which didn't make any sense. He's from the 70s, and then at one point he has a camcorder from the 80s. It's like, if you're from the 70s, why do you have this camcorder?
I think that was a joke. I think because he said he got it from the other police officers who told him it was the most advanced tech or whatever. I think they were playing a joke on him.
Okay.
That was my impression.
Sorry, then I didn't interpret it like that. It's like he jumped out of character more probably than anybody else. There were so many times where he would just do Mike-isms. He would totally be like, "Oh my god!"
Is that an impression of me?
He's not relevant.
Is that an impression of me?
It's me. Hey. Look at me. Pop, pop, pop. What? That's pretty good. That was good, right? What?
Like, that's definitely him right there. I think they're quoting Trolls 2. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's Trolls 2 they're making fun of.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's all over the place, but he's also probably one of the funniest parts of the movie is him. Because I think May's just deadpan delivery a lot of times is funny. Well,
first of all, I think he's the most weird. I mean, like out there character, like because he's got this voice. Like sure, Rich is doing like a kind of a gruffer voice, but that's just his tone.
Yeah.
It's the way that Mike is talking. He's like a newspaper boy or whatever, an announcer from like the 1920s or something. Yeah. I'll tell you, paper boy. Yeah, paper right here.
That's exactly. And it's like he's supposed to be from the 70s. What is he doing?
So he's like that, but he's not even really trying that hard. Like he's like it's kind of like yagging into the voice, but his delivery is lazy too.
Oh yeah, it is.
But like that's why it makes this movie so hard to review is because delivery's it's purposely lazy.
Yes. How much of this is bad on purpose? How much of this is just bad? Exactly. How do you weigh that? How do you weigh that? It's gonna be hard to read.
And then there's two other people I just want to note. There's she's not from the show, but Jocelyn Ridgely, who's like this. She's the female alien.
Yeah, she's the redheaded lady.
Yeah,
alien.
She's in it, and I think she's in Feeding Frenzy too, but I've never seen Feeding Frenzy, and that was a while ago. So I think she's one of the people there, but she's aged since then. But yeah, she's got a fairly meaty role compared to.
I think she's got more of a role than Jay does.
Yeah, and she is like, one of the alien leaders, I guess. She's not really she is the leader.
She's like she's like underneath the leader, basically doing some bidding for him, trying to get things.
But the leader's not an alien, so
I guess
he's just there because supposedly helping them.
Yeah, I think she did probably one of the better jobs of acting out of the people that are in this movie. She did one of the better.
She kind of.
I'm guessing she's probably an actress. Maybe just on stage or something. But I'm thinking
she kind of feels like Mad TV / SNL quality level stuff to me.
Yeah, I could see that.
I got from her.
Yeah. She's not going to be getting any Emmys or Oscars anytime soon. But
what?
She for this movie, she was one of the. You can tell she was one of the more serviceable actors.
Oh, what about our highest profile star?
The high profile star, you're talking about Patton Oswalt?
Patton Oswalt, yes.
Well, he's in it so short, though.
I know, man.
He's got like a 5-minute moment, and then a joke that just goes on. I was like, I know the joke. It started off kind of funny, and then it's like, okay, it doesn't come back and get funny again. Kinda doesn't. That's a lot of the jokes are in this movie. A lot of the jokes are. It's like they continue to go on and on and on, and you hope it comes back to be funny again. And I think that's what they're hoping for that payoff. A lot of times it doesn't, though.
Yeah.
A lot of times it doesn't.
Yeah, Patton Oswalt. I feel like I've seen him I don't really like Patton Oswalt a whole lot, but I like his stuff in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and that's what I'm going to use for the comparison.
He's on one episode, I think, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
But he seems like he's trying. All the stuff here feels like he came in for one day, did it all one take. It doesn't feel like he's really putting much into it. Mm-hmm. Whereas when he is performing, he seems a little bit more alive in character, motivated. So, but I mean, he's probably getting paid.
I do like Patton Oswalt in a lot of things, especially voiceover work, Ratatouille. He's in. Yeah. He's actually done lots of voiceover stuff, but even Parks and Rec or King of Queens, he's usually comedic. He's usually a small kind of Weasley kind of guy, and that's usually what he plays. And he's usually funnier. Here, I don't know. He just
read his lines.
He read his lines, and the joke just didn't have the payoff that you kind of wanted it to. I think it just went too long.
It's I was thinking to myself, okay, if this is Patton Oswalt, this is him trying. They must do take after take after take to get the movie quality stuff I've seen him in, or even TV quality stuff I've seen him in other shows. So the plot. I guess,
yeah. There's space and there's time.
Yeah.
There's ties to our theme this year. I don't know, this month.
Month, yeah. Yeah. So it starts with space cop Rich Evans, and he's in the future, and I mean, he's
2058, I believe it was. 2058.
I don't remember.
I want to say.
He's just completely reckless and he doesn't care. But the thing is, in the future, they pretty much reward you for that.
Yeah. He got a promotion.
They promoted him to a.
Oh no, that was in the modern time.
No.
Oh yeah, no, it was then. Yeah.
They promoted him to traffic cop, which is less dangerous but more pay.
Yeah.
But it's basically because he's just so reckless they don't want him out there.
Yeah.
And then he why does he chase him? I'm trying to remember why he chases the ship at the beginning.
Yeah.
Chases this alien ship.
They went into the time.
And they go into a wormhole or time portal or something like that, which they end up in the past.
I think they sent him. He was supposed to be going back in time to 1982 or something like that, and then something got hit, and then it went to 2007 instead.
Yeah, he lands in 2007, but then 8 years pass after we see him crash land.
Yeah,
and he's on the modern day police force.
Yeah,
and he's working a case there that happens to connect with the aliens and stuff that he was chasing originally.
Yeah,
which takes him to the cryo facility where in the shooting and stuff they accidentally open up all these cryogenic chambers, and one of them has Ted. What was his name? Ted
Ted Cooper?
Ted Cooper, that sounds right.
Okay.
Which is Mike Stoklos's character, and he's from we think the 70s. I swear they even say the wrong year sometimes too.
Yeah. Well, they in the deleted stuff they said 1940s, and in the movie I swear he said 1972. I mean, maybe I'm misremembering. Yeah. We both remember it, so I think he said it. It just made no sense the way he talked.
Yeah.
And he talks like people, almost like black people were segregated because like you thought that the one black dude was the head of the company was like a waiter at one point. It was like, okay, I'm pretty sure in the 70s that they had rights and they could be head of organizations.
I think it might be even before that. Well, when was suffrage, women's suffrage?
Yeah.
He keeps talking about like women, like
and women too. He's
all on that all the time.
Yeah, talking about like how they belong in the kitchen. The only time they should drive a car is when they go to get groceries to make food for their husbands.
Yeah,
like,
and so they're just saying offensive stuff because that's the joke. Is that this guy's out of
he's out of time. And it just so happens he's also a detective or a cop as well too. So they get paired up together.
He's actually a lot more motivated than Space Cop. Like he wants to do stuff, and Space Cop's just like get it over with, so like go home or whatever. But in that crowd facility, one of the people robbing it is Jay Bauman's character. I don't know if it has a name. I don't remember Vic.
I don't remember, man.
But he was there. I mean, he was wearing a mask then. But then they have to start stealing gold after that. That's the next thing. Because they get away originally with the... We don't know at the time, but it's a brain that they stole.
Yeah. Yeah.
So stupid.
Yeah. And there's also like a subplot with Space Cop. And he wanted to get revenge on the guy that killed his wife. And so we find out who that is. The guy that
his wife wasn't born yet.
Yeah. So there's a subplot there. That was pretty funny, finding out that the person that he wants to get revenge on was a little kid.
So I'm going to try to sum it up quickly at the end here. So Jay stealing gold to fund what were they trying to make with the gold? Like for their...
I don't remember if it was like a new element or something, or if it was to power the brain guy.
Because this brain that they stole from the cryogenic facility is a scientist who could make this thing that's going to help their species. Their planet was failing. Like, the aliens came back in time on purpose to get the scientist who figured out how to make this device that can save their planet. I don't know if they ever really say what it is that's affecting their planet.
They might have.
So they get this human brain, and he tells them to steal all the stuff for the components. Turns out that he just wanted to make a device that's going to destroy the world. Yeah. And they have to stop him. That's about it. That's the gist of it. Which they do stop him. Doesn't really matter how.
Yeah.
It's just,
it doesn't matter.
It's crazy.
It's hard to talk about and review something that is just so ridiculous and low budget, obviously, because it's not like there are things in the movie that are done surprisingly well. Like I'll say the intro to the movie. The title card intro, that was actually pretty well done. I thought that it was like a CGI car at one point, but it might have been like a toy or something.
It's nice to see them, like, how much they could do with how little their budget was. Yeah. Like, you get creative with stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So, like, they use like a toy car for some of the car scenes so you can see it flying around and stuff. But they make their own miniatures, which...
Yeah. You can see like sparks flying and they're supposed to be blowing up and stuff like that. And there was also like part where there was like some spaceships like flying. You can see some like wobble as they're moving.
Oh yeah.
Which is that intentional for making it like dumb and funny, or is that just because budget?
Well, I think some of it is it's probably 50-50 my guess, because they're doing like Star Trek where it was like models like flying around. Yeah. But maybe it wasn't that good, and they just thought like, let's play it up. It's my guess. I don't know. But so, I mean, I think we agreed it's a comedy first and foremost.
What else would it be?
I'm going to say, like, some of the funny things, the thing is, it's still trying to be so trashy that even, like, the comedy isn't great. It's just really awkward.
I think you need to know these guys in order to think it's funny.
That's probably the biggest thing, is that it's more appealing to fans. If you weren't a fan, you'd be like,
It's kind of like if your best friends made a movie, and it's funny to you because you know them, not because the movie is so good. Because it's kind of maybe some in jokes and maybe just some deliveries and just that's why it's funny. I think it's because you know the guys.
Some of it though, I feel like there's jokes that could work in other films. Like originally, Space Cop has another partner, and on the mission in the cryo facility, he gets shot in the arm, just wounded. He's what did they say? He's like slightly hurt or something like that?
Yeah, I was slightly injured, I think.
And he's like, "Oh, are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm slightly injured. I don't want to get up." So he just sits there, like starts going on his phone for the rest of this gunfight is going on.
Funnily enough, after we watched this, I read a thing about that guy. Apparently, he was just in the first thing they filmed was the very end of the movie where they were holding picket signs, and he said he owed him $5.
Yeah.
Originally, he just had that part of the movie was just the holding $5, and then they decided to add him in earlier on in the movie so that they could have like a tie-in of him like owing the guy $5. He wasn't originally going to be part of the movie.
Yeah. This movie, like, it's so hard. I would say that the comedy in this is like, if you're watching a movie in the theater with your friend and like, you know, you're watching them happy, you're like, wouldn't it be funny if that guy just like said, I don't want to do this anymore, and he just sat down, or you know, she's by the door and then the fucking cops come in now and they knock the door down on her.
Yeah.
Like that's something you would say in the theater that's just like, oh, this would ruin the movie you're making, like take the shit out of the movie, whatever it's trying to build to. But that's this whole movie. It's taking the wind out of itself at every turn.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure, I'm sure they had a script because they obviously got to have some sort of a script. But I'll bet you like 90% of this was not what was on the script. Probably.
Well, and it says like on the intro, Mike Stoklasa wrote it, and this is very much like his type of joke and his deliveries. And I mean, everyone delivers a little bit better, but you know it was meant for his delivery. Mm-hmm. But I like some of the stuff like they have a baby that gets thrown in a pot of boiling water, and in the scene you see it's like still making noise, but then they say it's boiled alive afterwards at the debriefing.
They said they all died though at the end too.
Yeah.
All three died. It's like, oh, okay, guess the baby didn't survive.
It's like, I didn't kill it though. The water is burnt.
The boiling water did. Yeah, that's dark humor.
I mean, it's so hard to just like talk about this movie because nothing is really good in it, but it's by design.
Yeah.
And like I'm trying to think, if you're going into this as a fan, would you have different advice for something like being a fan than if someone, you know, is going in completely blind?
I'm saying if you're going completely blind, you probably don't want to watch this movie because I don't see what enjoyment they would get out of it other than just to ridicule it. I think you have to be a fan.
If you enjoy really bad movies, then
sure. If you're a fan of schlock and really bad movies, then obviously this is kind of made in that vein of type of movie. And maybe you would enjoy that for that reason. Yeah.
I've heard some people say that if a movie tries to be bad, which this one is kind of trying to be bad, it's like it's trying to be a bad movie that's good to watch. Yeah. That makes any sense.
In a way.
But if you're a fan, I would say, I mean, keep your expectations to what you have on the show. Like, just imagine they just drove a car into whatever episode you're watching of them on the show, and then Rich gets out in Space Cop, and that would make as much sense as what you're seeing, the quality and stuff. But you were actually pointing out some of the shots and stuff too. Like early on, you see like close-ups of the front bumper of the car, and you were like, "How did they do that? Was that 3D modeling?" And I don't think it is.
It just looked. It didn't look like a real car. It looked like CGI, which I could be totally wrong about.
I think, which I could be wrong about too, is that it was just like really good lighting and like maybe some filter effects that
maybe
did it.
It is, yeah.
But
that, and I mean, at one point they had a rain machine, I think. So they obviously sprung for a little bit of a budget there, unless they were just on top of the warehouse with the sprinklers spraying water over them.
They have given me a very specialized piece of technology. A ladder for getting up really high. And a hose.
A man on a ladder is going to spray me with a hose while I say Space Cop dialogue.
What setting is the little dial on? Shower.
Back in the future, I did important police work. I got to fly around and I got to shoot things with my laser cannons. here, I get reprimanded just for blowing up a few apartment buildings.
When they were having their argument, they had like the detective and Space Cop arguing with each other. You know, that's kind of like the crux of the movie when they butt heads and stuff like that. That's what happens in a lot of movies to make it just that much more hit home.
I think that specific scene that they shot, like just like they have like a warehouse that they usually record all the stuff in, that they were just inside the door and shooting the camera, so it looks like they're like outside, but you don't ever see the outs like it's the roller doors. So you don't see the sides of it.
Yeah.
And then on top of the roller doors, I'm thinking they had water pouring and it just comes through the cracks or whatever.
Yeah.
That's my guess, 100% guess. Although that'd be hard to kind of regulate the water dripping like that, so I'm probably wrong on that.
I don't know. They got
look it up. So, do we want to get into like the good and the bad?
Yeah, absolutely. Get the good. I mean, unless there's more stuff. I do got to bring up a couple things. Like,
well, the only other thing I really had to say was that I think that black chief of police, that he was the best actor.
Okay. He was decent. I think the female
small role
might have been, or even the guy that when Spacewalk sits down inside the bar there for a card game, he goes, "Deal me in." Playing solitaire, it was a very simple role, but I think he did a good job for how small of a role it was. And then he sits down in another spot. He says, "Deal me in," and the guy goes, "There's no one there."
Deal me in.
This is solitaire.
It's just simple, but I think he did a good job. Well done, guy. Whoever he was. But there's a couple of things that I would just say, like, I don't understand. There was a moment, there was a lot I don't understand, but there was a moment when Mike's character and Space Cop are walking down a hallway inside this police station, and they're just doing this awkward, weird, slow walk away from the camera.
Like, it's like they're moving quite a bit, but they're like tippy, like small steps, and just going, like, don't know how to describe.
And they're like leaning sideways a bit
into each other a little bit,
yeah,
like, just so it's awkward in the hallway.
And other cops are trying to get by them, and it's just this awkward walk away from the camera that I don't get it. What is that? The joke that I don't get it?
So I don't know for sure, but like there's another web series I watched. Well, a couple of web creators in general actually. They did Hellbenders. Actually, the guys who do Smiling Friends, I know I probably sent you some of that. Mm-hmm. That oftentimes, whenever they're like, just their mantra is like, whenever we're animating things, we want to do it in the weirdest way possible. So when they were animating like Hellbenders, the characters are walking on the sidewalk. Well, they wouldn't walk in your typical like arms swinging, legs going. That they would be like slapping their face on the ground as they walk, or doing like little tiny steps and stuff. And I feel that's something that they tried to kind of do here in live action, just a weird walk, just be like, this is, what the fuck is going on? Because Mike and Jay and Rich have all worked with those creators. That's the Smiling Friends guys, like Zach Hadel, he's in High on Life. He's one of the voice actors there. So they're all together, even in Smiling Friends, that they've been all together working there. So I feel like maybe that's something that they have appreciation for each other's arts, and they tried to copy that because they're like, that's interesting, that's fun.
Okay,
it's my guess. It's a big theory.
And then like not long after that, they're at the corporation, the Alien corporation, and they do like a slow motion walk towards the camera, but it's not like they're awkward. It's like a cool one where Mike's like fixing up his collar of his shirt, and Rich is just slowly walking. It's in slow mo. It was like, that was unnecessary too, but it was way cooler than the other thing they did, which made no sense. And then just one more thing I'll say is in that Mr. On's office, they should have had Reese's Pieces, not M&M's. Come on, man. It was right there. The alien, E.T., come on. That was it.
So I guess I'll start with the good stuff.
Sure.
I mean, if you're a fan, you're gonna love this. That's probably the biggest thing you could say. But specific little thing I liked. But the thing is, I kind of wish it was done different. But just, I guess the foreshadowing that kind of leads to it is when Space Cop finds his wife's killer in the past, and he's just like a 10-year-old, 12-year-old kid. Yeah. And I was just like, I was just waiting for Rich to beat the shit out of him. He doesn't really beat him out, beat him up. He shoots his dad.
Yeah.
And then like he just pursues him down the street until there's like an overpass with the car, with a train.
Yeah, the kid's on a bike.
Going by. Yeah. And he blows up the train to fall on the
Lands
kid.
on the kid, yeah.
But yeah, just like when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, they're gonna have Rich beat up a kid. So I was really excited for that. I mean, it let me down a little bit, but that was one of the.
They didn't go completely dark with it.
Well, I just wanted him like beating the kid on the ground.
And just have it cut to him just like punching the shit out of this kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. My good is I like near the end there when Rich was fighting the one dude. And it was such a clear, obvious stunt double because this guy's like he's trimmed and he's like doing all these moves, his like, karate kick and all this stuff. I was like, oh, I appreciate that because that's something you would see in like a Naked Gun movie. That's a pretty funny cut in, cut out sort of thing. I like that. That was a funny moment.
I'm pretty sure this guy from, well, I thought it was Samurai Cop, but maybe not. They had him on the show before for one of the movies. Like a real movie he was in.
He had a ponytail apparently.
Yeah.
He showed from behind and there's a ponytail sticking out.
But yeah, it's quite clearly someone else.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Do you want to start with the bad and then?
Sure, I can do a bad. Yeah, bad. The movie. I mean that's obviously obvious because it's supposed to be, but yeah. I mean, I could just say I don't know. I can't really say it's a good movie. Because it's not. It's a bad movie, but it's still entertaining. Don't get me wrong. I still was entertained by this movie. But that is my bad. It is the movie as a whole. It's bad.
Like, there's so much you could choose. And it's so hard to say, like, okay, this is bad and this is ugly. Like, bad and then really bad.
Yeah.
So I'm just having a hard time. I'm going to say that, like, what is the bigger... Let's say Mike's Delivery. No. Yeah, well, I already said it. Mike's Delivery. Mike's Delivery is like the most low effort of everyone. Like, I don't think, some of them are trying decently. Some of the actors are fairly good. Like you said, like what's her name? Ridgely, the woman, the female.
Jocelyn or something?
Jocelyn Ridgely, I think was her name. Yeah. And then I thought like the Black Chief of Police. But then you get like Rich Evans is pretty good. Jay's like maybe a step down, but it goes down and down, and then Mike's just low effort completely, and it really, to me, it's like, oh, you're hurting the movie. Like, I like it if you tried a little bit instead of just saying I'm not trying at all. Mm-hmm. Like he has some good lines and stuff, but I think it would help if sometimes at least it was.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
he talks like this the whole time.
Yeah, it's almost
except
like
for when he doesn't.
It's almost like meta, almost like. Okay, Mike's just playing himself and he's showing us how stupid this is. Mm-hmm. But that's my bad. It's like, I wish he was acting a bit more.
Yeah. I mean, he is acting the way he does that. 1940s or 1920s?
Oh, I guess.
Or 1970s? Whatever voice he's doing.
I gotta do the ugly now.
Yeah.
The ugly is like too many of those jokes where the joke is like, we'll let this sit and play out. Like immediately with Patton Oswalt.
Yeah.
Just like that one took a long time, but there's just so many of them. Like when Rich is walking down the alleyway and he's got all these pop-ups coming up on the screen, that goes on a little bit too long. He's just yelling and screaming in the alley, and it's like, okay, yeah. Or it's just
there's definitely
too many of those. I'm not against all of them, but
and I feel like some of them could work with the proper editing and maybe different angles, camera work. It could work as a joke, but just the way in its whole as it is, and I don't think it quite works. A lot of these jokes.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
my ugly. I mean, I know I say in other videos, it doesn't necessarily have to be something bad. It doesn't have to be something that's terrible. Just something that stands out for you. But I think I already mentioned it though. It was that weird walk of theirs. I don't know. That stood out for me. Like I'm just so confused by it. I just confounded by it. It made no sense to me.
Yeah.
The rest of the movie, there's a lot of things that didn't make sense, but I was like, I could understand what they were going for. I didn't understand what they were going for with this fucking walk.
It's so hard to figure them out.
Yeah, that was my ugly.
So before we get into the other reviews that we're gonna look at, do you have a score that you'd like to share?
I have a score. Yeah. I guess I have a score. Sorry. Because it is such an obscure movie to score, and a lot of it is on purpose, and so it's like did they set out to do what they wanted to do? And if that was the goal, then you got to kind of give them a little more credit in that sense. So I'm like, I want to give it a 4.5 is what I'm kind of going for here. 4.5 is where I was like, can I give it a passing grade out of 5? But I don't think I can. And just a lot of those jokes just didn't land enough for me. I wanted to so badly because I do like these guys. Yeah. I just don't know if I'm ever going to watch this again because it's just awkward and weird.
I was actually sitting here debating because when I was watching the movie, by the end of it, I was like, this is probably a 5. That's what I was saying. It's probably a 5. But then sitting here, I was like, there's just so much that bugged me about it. And like, especially I'm like, I'm still thinking of this as the big fan. And I got to think kind of like broader spectrum. Yeah. Like, what if you don't know this and about the guys? It's like, I'm going to have to say like 4.5 as well.
Oh, wow, really?
4.5, yeah.
Wow.
4.5.
Prove that. You have it written down somewhere? So I don't think.
No, I didn't write that. But if Mike had picked up his, was a little bit better acting, I probably would have given it a 5. All I need is that much of a change, and I could have given it more. But no, I just think that you see it and you're like, you don't know what's going on. This guy's not even trying, and whatever. You mentioned before, it was like watching your buddies make a film that you enjoy it because you know them, but then you have like the one guy who's still not really trying in it, and that's what Mike is to me.
They bogged it down a little bit.
Come on, even if it was crappy, at least them trying to do this stuff would be good.
Yeah,
and the thing is, probably his trying, I guess, because
that is probably him trying.
He's one of the big 3 main guys.
Yeah,
but yeah, so I gotta just give it a 4.5. Like,
oh wow.
So as we are known to do, we're going to go and look at some reviews that we got. So this movie is very, not a wide release. So it's not many people have seen it. I usually do Metacritic. You've seen the other videos that we put up here. I usually do Metacritic scores, and I find actual critics to get their, little reviews that they have. That was almost impossible here, especially anything I thought was worth sharing. So I went to 3 different sites, completely different sites, and just got user reviews because that was about all I could find. So the first one, and I mean, they're all kind of the same for scores. First one is from Rotten Tomatoes. It was a user named Michael H. If you don't like this movie, then kill yourself. Send me a self-addressed envelope. You will get the razor blades. 3 out of 5 stars.
I was going to say, Michael, is he reviewing his own movie? Okay, no. It's only a 3. He probably would have given it a 5.
My second one is from IMDb, Lenholm82. This is an intentionally bad movie from the guys who frequently says, that's what they wrote, says, on the review shows, that the so bad it's good thing only works on movies that are unintentionally bad. Nothing more needs to be said about this movie. It's not funny and it's not entertaining.
Oh, they're using their own words against them. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a little entertaining. And a 3, that's a 3 out of 10 entertaining, maybe, I guess. It's not very entertaining. And then the final one is from rateyourmusic.com because I could not find a whole lot. From the user Marmalade88. I want to rate this higher due to RLM, Red Letter Media, being at the helm, but it's just not that funny outside the references. It is funny to some degree, don't get me wrong, but it's a bad comedy considering where it came from. Mike and Rich are funny in their roles, but they can't carry the rest of the film, which is too tongue-in-cheek and reliant on a humor style that works better when done unintentionally. 2 out of 5 stars. So, I mean, none of them were... Oh, no, it was a 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
With the razor blade guy, which is not even a review of the movie, just saying kill yourself. So, yeah, people that like it don't even like it that much.
Well, I got some reviews. I'm on Letterboxd, and that's where I get a lot of my reviews from because you got different ends of the spectrum every time you got a movie review. So I like to see the good and the bad for the movie reviews. So this person said, it's honestly astonishing how horribly unwatchable this is on every level. If nothing else, this is a perfect film to watch on how not to make a movie. Half a star. Red Letter, I love ya, but like holy shit, this was painful to sit through. Half a star. From the guy who said Freddy Got Fingered is a masterpiece. Half a star. That was their whole review. And then we'll go to some good reviews here. You got some 5-star reviews. Grateful to have watched this in the year that pancreatic cancer was cured. So that's this year, 2025.
Yeah.
If you didn't know that, it got cured this year, according to the movie. Oh my God, I am absolutely blown away. I've never been so satisfied by a film. This is the end of an era and a franchise that has defined my life. This did it justice in a way I didn't imagine it could. You will cry.
Okay.
Last one I got. This is another 5. God, what a masterpiece. It's amazing what you can do with a warehouse and the street outside the warehouse. Completely ADR and a cameo from Patton Oswalt. Cinema. I don't know if that's a sarcastic 5, but that's what they said. They gave it a 5.
I don't know with ADR, because there were some scenes where they're running down like the street and the camera's following them and you can hear the wind in the microphone.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's all ADR.
No, there isn't.
But yeah. So not just us. I mean, there's 5-star reviews, I guess.
Yeah, I tried to give you some good and bad as well. It's not all people hating on it.
But yeah, that was, I guess, Space Cop.
I'm glad to have watched it. I'm always, even if it's a movie that I'm not a big fan of, I'm glad to have seen it because I'm always curious. I always want to see more movies, whatever the genre.
As a fan, I'm glad to have watched it and to own it, I guess.
Yeah.
To have it now, finally.
That's going to only raise in price, I'm sure. That's going to be
more expensive when they're all dead.
Yeah.
Like,
ooh, I wasn't going there.
It'll be pretty soon for Mike, I'm sure.
Well, he's got that tumor.
Yeah. Anyways, where can they find you at?
You can find me all over the place. Like I said, I'm on Letterboxd. I'm also on Twitter, Twitch, or whatever you call it, all those things. On YouTube as well as CountryBoy9er, also known as CountryBoy_9. Check me out on my channel where I do unboxings like this Space Marine cop dude. I don't know what he is. His name's Fisher Rice. But
Space Cop.
He's a space cop dude. We'll call him that today. But yeah, that's what I do on my channel. Call me. Check me out.
What was Space Cop? Well, he says his name was like grab my dickie.
Yeah. Man, I like the deleted scenes of that.
Holden
My dickie.
But yeah, I'm LewisLightning. Yeah, you can find me on YouTube as the LewisLightning. I have some gameplay videos on there. You can also check me out on Twitch, where I'll be playing stuff live. That's the LewisLightning. It's all one word. You can find those. I mean, Twitch if I'm on. The YouTube stuff will always be there. And speaking of YouTube, you can find both of us on a channel that we co-host with another friend of ours, Muskeg. It's called Wasted Opinions. That's 2 words. What's on that show?
Oh, you got all kinds of stuff. We got video games, TV shows, movies, comic books. We talk food sometimes. Everything that you think is popular, we talk about it. And we have the best opinions out there. Don't listen to anybody else.
Yeah. So yeah, that's going to be it for now. And probably the last Red Letter Media movie we watched.
Unless you happen to get that freaky food, whatever it was called.
But what month is this? This is...
I don't know what month this is. Oh, so, what are you calling it?
Well,
Space.
This is Space. And next month is going to be... It's Tron, isn't it?
We're doing Tron? Yeah, I think we're going to... So maybe we'll do like some sort of Tron sort of thing.
We'll have to find something... Although it's Halloween too.
Yeah, maybe we'll do Halloween.
We'll put it out there. We'll put it out what the theme is. Yeah. But undecided. Yeah. But Tron Legacy.
Tron Legacy
will be there.
Sure. Stay tuned for that.
Yeah. See you later, Space Cops. Oh my God! What?
Sound exactly like him.
Oh my God! What?
Max photo.
Oh, it's on photo.
Oh, fuck!
Well, we got the other camera.
Oh, okay. Shit, how the hell did we switch to photo mode?
So we were just taking fucking...
Like 1 billion photos? Was it taking a bunch of photos?
2 or 3.
Okay. I pointed at my watch thinking it was Time Cop for a second. I was like, oh yeah, it's Space Cop. That's a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie.
Time for the review.
That's a totally different movie. It's working! It's working!
Oh, you didn't say that one.